Okay, you need a video camera. You need one for holidays, Christmas, special events, but you also need one for you and the kids to do video logging, or vlogging as the kids will call it. Now, you'll probably start with a web search, and the first thing you'll discover is that there's a huge range of cameras out there, and most of them will do a great job. So I've drawn up a specification wish list to help you with your search, and as I'm looking for a decent vlogging camera, I have a rather specific list of requirements. Your video camera will need to record in HD video. That's a minimum. Some of them will do 4K, which is better. You'll need a view screen that flips over so that you can see when you're in shot, which is essential for selfies. A direct connection to PC and TV would be great, so you can directly manipulate the files. Good low light recording is great for nighttime use. Lightweight and easy to use, which is essential if you're going to be holding it at arm's length for hours on end. An optional external microphone, because some of the microphones on the cameras aren't that good. And of course, good battery life or a spare battery. And after much research, I settled on the Sony HandyCam range, specifically the HDR PJ620, which ticks all of the boxes and has a couple of surprises too. Now, it isn't cheap, typically retailing at over £300, but there are cheaper models in the HandyCam range to consider. If you cut out the built-in projector, for instance, you'll save a chunk of money. Let me give you the spec first. It records full HD video. It takes 9.2 megapixel photographs. It has 30 times optical zoom, wireless functionality, a built-in projector, a touch panel pop-out screen. It records audio in 5.1 surround sound, transfers files directly to your computer over Wi-Fi and to your phone using NFC. More and more devices are becoming interconnected, and this HandyCam is no exception. You can control the camera remotely from your phone, which is useful if you're recording yourself from a distance or have the camera set up in a remote place, and you can actually control 3 Sony cameras simultaneously using the free Sony Play Memories app. To use the Wi-Fi, download and install the Play Memories app from the App Store or Google Play. Go to the wireless settings on your camera. Select Control with Smartphone. This will start broadcasting a wireless SSID. Open the Play Memories app and select the camera from the list of devices. Then follow the instructions. You can then zoom, switch between photos and video, start recording, take photos and control up to 3 cameras. Okay, pros and cons of the Sony HandyCam HDR PJ620. The pros are, it charges quickly. It took around 15 minutes to charge from flat. It's lightweight and compact. The screen flips to front view, which is perfect for vlogging and selfies. It's good in low light conditions. It has a 30 times optical zoom. It uses NFC near field transfer from camera to mobile phone. It has image stabilization, and it has a built-in projector. Now, I must admit, I thought that having a projector on a camcorder was a gimmick, but after playing with it a few times, I can now see how useful it could be. The cons. Being Sony, this HandyCam uses XAVC video format, which is a newer video format that supports 4K video up to 60 frames per second. And while this isn't exactly a bad point, you'll need at least a Class 10 SD card, and I would recommend a 32GB or above if you plan to record in full HD. This video format uploaded directly to YouTube, Facebook and Vimeo without problems. The videos imported into GoPro Studio, but I couldn't clip them until I'd externally converted them to H.264 AVI, but I had no problems editing in Sony Movie Studio. The photographs are only 9.2 megapixels, which is fine, but is considered low resolution nowadays. My mobile phone has a 16 megapixel camera. To be honest, you probably wouldn't use this camera for stills anyhow. It has a 30 times optical zoom, although it says 60 times zoom on the camera, so I presume that the rest is made up with the digital zoom, so you may be inadvertently reducing the picture quality by using the full zoom. I hope this information is useful for helping you to decide which camera to buy for vlogging. I'll be reviewing some video editing software straight after this video, so stay tuned.